Today we're going to be talking about a camera that has become super popular again in 2025, and that's none other than the Canon G7X Mark II. And one of the biggest questions I have is, why is this camera retailing for $1,600 in some stores in 2025 when it was released back in 2016? I'll be going over all the specs, the features, the photo and video quality, and whether it's worth it in 2025. And if you think this camera is way too pricey, don't worry. At the end of this video, I will give you a recommendation that's a fraction of this cost and will give you that same feeling that you're looking for. And big shout out to my friend Shakira for loaning me her precious baby. Getting your hands on the Canon G7X Mark II is really difficult right now, so I much appreciate it. And here's a picture she took using this camera. So first, let's go over the reason why people are paying such a hefty penny for this camera. And it's the look, the nostalgic feeling that you get from this camera. The Canon G7X gives you those nostalgic vintage style photos without trying too hard. It doesn't overprocess your image like other newer cameras do. Instead, everything looks softer, warmer, and a bit more natural to the photos. Plus, this camera lens has a surprisingly far reach for a compact camera lens. And the aperture can open up to f-stop 1.8 to 2.8, which means it's going to let in a lot of light in for your nighttime photos. And it gives you that nice, dreamy, depth of field effect that you're looking for. So you're getting the entire package of having that softer image, and you're also getting the blurriness effect, and it just creates for such an aesthetic vibe. And that's honestly one of the biggest appeal from this camera, along with having flash. Now let's go over the prices. When it originally launched in 2016, this camera was going for $800 to $850. But now you aren't even seeing this camera used for less than $1,000, and that's mainly because of social media and the social media hype around it. The power of social media really overhyped this camera. Now let's talk about the spec and lens of this camera. The Mark II has a 20.1 megapixel sensor and a 24 to 100 millimeter lens. And it has that bright f1.8 to 2.8 aperture. The lens on this is really great. And if you're trying to compare it to another point-and-shoot camera, there's the Sony ZV-E1. And that one does not come close to the great quality camera that this has, because the aperture is much better. And I just think like the lens that you're getting on here is very versatile. And a lot of people love using this camera because it's super lightweight and portable. And it's perfect for everyday use. Like, you can travel with it, you can vlog with it, and you can do lifestyle videos with it. Now let's go over the video quality. So I would say that it's okay, it's decent, it gets the job done. But if you're vlogging, you might have a difficult time with this camera trying to pick you up and focus on your subject. And the built-in mics, they're decent. They're not the worst, but let me give you an example of how they sound.
And right now, we basically just lost the sun, and this is after sunset, and this is the quality of this camera. The only problem I'm seeing is that it sort of loses the sharpness when I'm trying to record.
Now let's talk about the battery life. The battery can basically hold up to 320 shots. So it's not the greatest, but carry an extra battery with you at all times. So why is everybody buying the Canon G7X Mark II? Well, it's simple. It's for the aesthetics, the vibes, the girly loves, the nostalgic feel of it, the vintage looks that we've all been seeing on social media. It just gives you a feeling that it's not over-processed like some of these newer cameras. And if you think this camera is just too expensive or very hard to find, don't worry. Here's my recommendation on what other alternative camera you can purchase. And I highly recommend the Viral Codex FZ55. It truly blew me away with the photo quality that it's able to have. I would not recommend this camera if you're trying to use it for video because it's way too shaky to use and it has no optical stabilization. But I did take this camera with me on my latest trip to Spain, and all of my Instagram photos that I used from that trip were through this camera, and I just love the vintage feel of this camera. I love just snapping the shot and then forgetting about it and just going about my day and living in the present moment. So it truly is something to look forward to, and it's a fraction of the cost, and yes, it does have much less features compared to the Canon, but it truly blew me away for 130 or 140 bucks that I paid for. Totally worth it in my opinion. And if you want a full review on this camera, don't worry, the video is here and I'll be listing it down in the description so you can take a look at it. Another thing that I found a little bit different or off for me is that this screen flips up versus flipping out. I just think that's if you want to put a mic or something, it will get in the way. Even like this flash, it kind of gets in the way. It's cute. I'm not used to it. I'm coming from a Sony camera. And another thing I did realize too, that there is no way to protect this screen. Like you cannot put it away. It always has to be exposed, which is very scary, I guess, if you're throwing this around in your purse or doing whatever with it. It's always going to be exposed to debris, to your keys, to whatever you might have in your pocket or your purse. So just be cautious of that. And before I let you guys go, I just want to let you know that we are only 100 people away from reaching 1,000 subscribers. Hey guys, so I was in the middle of editing this video and then I just had to say, we just hit 1,000 subscribers. Yes, we did it. We hit our goal well before the end of the year. So I am so freaking grateful and proud of this community that we built. So I'm blown away. I'm blown away by the support. And thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, now let's continue with the video. I'm incredibly grateful for the community that we're able to build here, and I love talking about tech, so this is like perfect for me. I can't believe we're almost there, which is wild. And if you like videos like this one, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, you like this video, share with your friends. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!